Tonight's postgame show is brought to you by the Pittsburgh Sports Report, Pittsburgh's premier sports publication. Pick up your copy today. Visit them online on the web at pittsburghsportsreport.com. Oh, what a whale of a battle here between two Class A powers tonight. The Eastern Conference lead goes to North Catholic after their come from behind 21-12 victory, and they used the two-point conversion to get the total separation that they needed, and they used a solid defense to shut down Avonworth, which put up a lot of points coming into this game.
Yeah, they cut them in half. Avonworth came in averaging 340, and I believe the final numbers are about 170 in terms of Avonworth's offense. And the defense, I thought, was saved a great deal by an offense that had the ball for 31 minutes.
That's incredible.
You've got 10 players playing defense, doing both duties, offense and defense, and you can rest like that. That helps a little bit, although, again, they're the same players.
And the guy running that offense here tonight is our Pittsburgh Sports Report player of the game. He is Adam Charlo, the quarterback of the North Catholic Trojans. Adam, I'm sure you don't know your numbers just yet, but you were 8 of 21 for 106 in the air.
Jeez.
You rushed the ball 25 times for 90 yards and scored 2 touchdowns on the ground. But even more than the numbers, your leadership capabilities really shone through out there tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I just try going out there doing my thing. The team's been working since February, putting in all our heart. We fought through the adversity just like Apollo Ridge. We fought through it and came out top on the win.
Absolutely, and talking to Coach Lucas this week and watching some of your highlights, you were so effective on the ground. Chris mentioned the leadership. Let's be honest, you had that punt you'd love to have back, and yet at the end of the half, you were able to make the play to give your team what it needed with the touchdown. Your plays came at big times and were almost successful all the time in the run game. Talk about that part of your game.
Yeah, like you said in first, I wanted that pump back. But no, I don't know. We got over that hump. I made a bad play on that. Team fought through it. I don't know, and we just did our thing throughout the game, fought through it all, and we came back out on top.
You know, Adam, everybody was talking about how many points both North Catholic and Avonworth were putting up coming into the game, but this turned out to be a defensive ball game out here tonight.
Absolutely.
Your comments on the defense?
I didn't play much defense, got taken out, but no, our defense is solid. All the credit to Avonworth. They played their butts off. Our defense worked hard, worked through everything, did our thing, and we held them from scoring that touchdown late in the game.
Yeah, Chris, one last thing. Pardon me, Adam, one last thing. 31 minutes of possession.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I know that a lot of the guys work double duty, but 31 minutes of possession, you got to get the win there. That's maybe the most impressive number of the night.
Yeah, we all during practice, that's all we do is run mostly offense for all the practice. We had a speed training. We had speed training during the summer. We kept our agilities up, kept our stamina up, and fought through it all.
Adam, congratulations on a great game and first place in the Eastern Conference. Go catch your breath now, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, Adam Charlo joining us, our PSR player of the game, and very deservedly so.
No, absolutely. He's still getting his breath, and you can understand why. He was really magnificent at pivotal times of the game, particularly in the run game. And, again, as we talked about, and perhaps we'll talk about with Coach Ravenstall, this whole thing is built on him. He's the cornerstone. Coach Lucas, the offensive coordinator, very clear about that. He's the guy that has to make the reads, and he has just stabilized that role so much. And you need to do that when you're doing a no-huddle and a power spread, and he did that quite well.
Coach Ravenstall joins us right now. Coach, I was just commenting to your quarterback, Adam Charlo, that with all the offense that everybody was talking about coming into the ballgame, it turned out to be a defensive struggle tonight.
Yeah, it sure did. It was definitely a defensive struggle, but that's what we expected. Avonworth always plays us tough, and I have to think we play them tough too. So.
And, Coach, when you got the lead late, I tell you what, that 52 kicked in a big-time way. It just seemed like the pressure, whether it was called on or the execution was there, it came big time as it's supposed to from the ends and ultimately paid off with really the game that sealed the play that sealed the game.
Yeah, we've been trying to get pressure on the quarterback all year, and we really have two good defensive ends. Ronnie Meter, number 13, he made some great plays out there, and Fragapin, the tackle, one that got the interception for a touchdown. They've been stalwarts, but we got 11 good kids on defense, and they play hard every game.
They certainly do. I'm sure that there was no second guessing going for the 2-point conversion at the tail end of the game just for insurance purposes.
Yeah, we wanted to put it away right there. We thought we had some momentum, and I didn't want to give them a chance to come back and get 2 because we won the first game by going for 2. So we're pretty aggressive. I like to be aggressive, with certain plays and certain situations, and we figured if we could get that, would put the game away right there. So,
Coach, you mentioned a couple of players earlier, Meter and also Frappapani and how he played. But, the quarterback is called upon to do so much in this no-huddle system, and particularly with the power spread. He seemed to keep his composure all night long.
yeah, he did, but we really didn't run. I really wasn't listening to what was being called, but I think it was just him running forward because they jammed us up. They were penetrating up the middle, and they gave us a lot of confusion. A lot of different fronts, and we were confused somewhat. And our offense really wasn't clicking. But like I said, Charlo, he took the game into his hands, and he made that incredible run there when he should have been stopped. So it was all effort on his part.
Well, Your Honor, it was our honor to call your game here tonight. We appreciate it.
I appreciate everything. Thank you very much.
All right. Coach Ravenstall of North Catholic, his team victorious, and they take the step into first place by themselves here in the Eastern Conference now.
Yeah, they do, and then a little separation, obviously, with Avonworth and now with everybody else in the division. I think it looks great, as we talked about, looking at the schedule now it sets up for North Catholic. I think they've just got to be thrilled. This was a game where it was just going to be ultimately about heart. I know that sounds quite trite to say, but both these teams had several players who played well tonight. And ultimately, in that last quarter, you saw the defense take advantage, I think, of some really good matchups, allowed their ends to take advantage, create pressure on Avonworth's quarterback, and a quarterback, obviously, for North Catholic just ran it, I think, perfectly.
And let's face it, they could face each other again
we're gonna be doing
some
this
weeks
again.
down the line.
Right.
How about that? All right, it's North Catholic's night here tonight. They survive. They step into first place all by their lonesomes. A 21-12 victory for the Trojans of Cardinal World North Catholic High School here tonight at Avonworth on the road. Again, with Katie Lightholder, Ellis Cannon, our entire Viewpoint Production Services crew from Xfinity TV On Demand, I'm Chris Shovlin. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll talk to you next time right here on Xfinity TV High School Sports On Demand.